Hey everybody, I'm getting an error on my end. Can you see it? Can you see the screen? Oh my god, hello! Oh wait, hello G-chan! Oh my god. Lovely to have you here. Can you see the screen? Because I'm getting an error on my end. I just want to make sure that you two can see it. Oh, great. Looks like a minute has passed. You see fine? Awesome. Awesome. Great. Okay, so yeah, let's get back into it. I have no idea what, I really have no idea what YouTube is doing, but as long as you guys can see what's going on, perfect. So, last time we saw two halves of a conversation, and I don't know what it was, but Arakawa just annoyed the shit out of me in the beginning. I don't know what it was. It's like, let's go back, forward. And it's like bossing around poor Otobe. Like, oh my god. Jesus Christ. I don't know. He just seemed like the most, I don't know, just, ugh. He really got under my skin, but as the stream went on, he seemed to get better. And for what it's worth, I do think Otobe is definitely hiding something. It definitely seems like he's hiding something. Because he drove there with his friends, and all three of those friends died. So today we're going to continue from where we left off. And we're going to do a bad ending, as well as continue a bit on the true path until when Nagels tells us it's okay to... when Nagels tells us it's okay to go back and see the final bad ending that we that we didn't do before, because it repeats a lot of stuff from the true path. Alright, Arakawa called out to Sonozaki-san from behind. And, yep, to get the bad ending, you go with her. I'll go with you. Me too. I threw on my sneakers and dashed out of the assembly hall after Sonozaki-san, and Otobe hastily chased after me from behind. Hey, Otobe, if you're coming, bring your flashlight. Okay. As Otobe said that, he ran back to the assembly hall's shoe rack to grab the flashlight he left behind. Then I chased after Sonozaki-san. For a while now, I've had a strong feeling that Sonozaki-san knows something about our current situation. If that's the case, I won't step away from her until I hear some answers. And I felt that if I gave her a pass for even a moment, something else was bound to happen. I had no idea what it might be, but I was certain that I shouldn't give Sonozaki-san the opportunity.
Arakawa-san! Mion-san!
Arakawa-san! Mion-san! Otobe ran toward us with a flashlight in hand. The light absent-mindedly swayed up and down, left and right, shining all around. When Sonozaki-san saw that, she raised an eyebrow slightly.
Otobe.
Otobe. Please, for the love of God, point that thing downward. Huh? Otobe stared at Sonozaki-san with a blank face that seemed to ask why. However, she silently walked over to the boy, grabbed his hand, and pointed the flashlight downward. Oh my god! Oh my god, she thinks it's like a mom or a teacher. Oh my god. Be careful. Careless behavior like that will only shorten your lifespan. My god. Can I just say that I just love older Mion. Like, I'm not too big of a fan of the original Alchemist sprite for Mion, but my god. She looks so badass. I want to see her star in a story. Seriously, my god. Huh? After tossing that warning out, Sonozaki-san turned and began walking once again. Otobe looked perplexed and turned to me for support. Indeed, it's difficult to search for anything if you can't see beyond your own feet. No, wait a minute. In other words, Sonozaki-san didn't want to illuminate our surroundings. Was it because she didn't want someone to know our location? And who could that someone be? Sound like there's a gang war going on with the Sonozakis. Like, they're rivals with the freaking Omi Alliance here. Enough of that. Thinking wildly is even less productive than not thinking at all. As I thought that, I continued walking and urged Otobe forward. It's like then Ryuji Goda is going to step out from the woods because his cousin Toshiro Goda went to Rogunjima, and he's like,
Hey, I heard that, you Sonozakis are fighting war against us. Time to go.
and like he's like, "Wah!" And like Mion is like, and like they're having a battle, and like he has brass knuckles, so the sword sparks against his fist, and it's like, it's like she's like, ha, and like then I don't know, and then like they have this battle, and like then they get separated, like one of them gets thrown down a cliff, and he's like,
I better get back to Sotenbori.
and like, sorry, I'm just thinking of Yakuza. I'm thinking of Yakuza Kiwami too much. I'm sorry. When we reached the base of the stone steps, the road extended to the left and right. The road to the right led back the way we came, and the road to the left head towards the center of the village.
どっちですか?
Which way?
Sonozaki-san began walking to the left without saying a word. The rest of us followed behind her. I couldn't hear anything but the sound of the rain striking the trees and our footsteps on the muddy road. No matter how far we walked down the straight, pitch-black road, I couldn't see any cars. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hello, Nagels.
ずいぶん遠くへ止めたんだな。
You parked pretty far away, huh?
おかしいね。
Oh, that's funny.
こんなに遠くのはずないんだけどね。
I don't remember it being this far away. Wait a minute. There really is a car, right? Her carefree tone only heightened my doubts. Was Sonozaki-san simply trying to lure us to a remote location? And was her goal to dispose of us? This was no time to be joking around. I shook my head to stave off my unpleasant thoughts.
本当に見当たらないね。
I really can't find it.
こりゃひょっとすると私の車も鬼隠しにあっちまったのかね。
Well, maybe my car was demoned away too. I told you! Oni Karkashi. It's upgraded. Yoshida-sama no longer accepts human sacrifices, just car sacrifices. You're gonna find that car ways down the road in a ditch with the tires like scratching out the fuel line or something like that. Like you'll find the fuel line run over by the car's own tires somehow.
あのな、
Hey, come on.
こういう時に変な冗談はよしてくれよ。
This really isn't the time to be making weird jokes. No, on the contrary, I think it is exactly the time to be making weird jokes, Arakawa.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san.
本当に車で来たんですよね
You really did drive here, didn't you?
当たり前だろ。
Of course.
乙部までそんなことを言い出すのかい？
Oh, there's a typo here. Should be these things. Even you are saying these things, Otobe.
だっていえすみません
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's just, Arakawa's being a dick again. And it's like,
だいたいあんたあの神社に何の用で来たんだよ。
You had some reason for coming to that shrine, didn't you?
言わなかったかい？
Didn't I already tell you?
西宮殿に用があったのさ。
I had business in the ritual storehouse. The ritual storehouse was the building housing all of Hinamizawa's ritualistic tools. But they were rituals in name only. The tools were used for torture. What on earth was she trying to do in a place like that?
だから西宮殿なんかに何の用があったんだって聞いてんだよ。
So you had something to do with at the ritual storehouse. I'm asking you to be more specific about what this business was.
根掘り葉掘り聞くのが好きなのはあんたの性分かい？
Kick his ass, Mion. Can you please kick his ass? I really want you to. You're very insistent on prying. Are you really that kind of person? Yes, he is. The frustration in Sonozaki-san's tone essentially told me to shut up without actually saying it. However, I wasn't about to venture a will. Because if I went silent any time that sort of thing happened, I wouldn't be much of a writer. I stretched my bravado as hard as I could and continued pressuring her. Yeah, Arakawa, that's in public places and shit. You're basically on a deserted island. No police for miles. Jesus Christ.
悪いがおかしいと思ったらとことん聞くのは俺の性分なんでね。
It'd be one thing if you called her out to a restaurant and if you met like at a cafe or some shit. But you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Ah, jeez. Unfortunately, I actually am the kind of person to inquire about the things I find unusual.
実際に俺たちは事件に巻き込まれてる。だから今はとにかく不安要素を取り除いておきたいんだ。
But the truth is, we've been caught up in some sort of incident. So I just want to clear the things up I've been feeling anxious about.
ちょっとくらい教えてくれてもいいだろう。
Would you mind telling me just a little bit more?
あんたは知らない方がいいよ。
You're honestly better off not knowing.
どういうことだよ。
What is that supposed to mean?
言葉通りの意味さ。
I mean exactly what I said. Sonozaki-san did her best to fight it. Like, seriously, she has a fucking sword! Her expression was a stare. She seemed intent on not saying anything more. Then she sealed her lips and continued walking silently. That very moment, a flashlight began swaying erratically.
どうした乙部。
What's wrong, Otobe?
今何か確かに
Just now, I'm certain something was out there. Otobe pointed his flashlight left and right, searching for something. There was an old tire laying on the side of the road for who knows how long.
何かって何を見たんだ。
Something? What did you see?
今何か音がしましたよね
Just now. You heard a sound, didn't you?
音？
A sound? Otobe and I turned our flashlights toward the forest. However, our lights couldn't reach the recesses of the forest. They can only vaguely illuminate the country roads. Take me home. And the weeds growing beside it.
誰かいますよ。
To a place I have known. Hinamizawa. Mion mama, take me home. Country roads.
Is there someone out there?
気のせいだろ。
Probably your imagination.
行くよ。
Let's keep moving.
おい
Hey! Sonozaki-san paid it little heed and continued walking. No, I didn't feel any signs of human presence either.
荒川さん、
Arakawa-san.
とにかく行こうぜ
Let's keep going for now.
いくら探してもこんなチャチな懐中電灯じゃわかんねえだろうし
No matter how hard we look, we won't find anything wildly waving our flashlights around.
でも
But
いいから行くぞ
it's fine. Let's go.
Though Tobe continued to hesitate, I turned on my back and kept walking. I could vaguely make out some of the houses as we traveled down the road. It looked like a small community where a few residents could live. Several houses appeared to be lined up, but I couldn't discern anything about them in the darkness. Even if someone was lurking in one of those houses, it would be tough to find them.
変だね。
That's odd.
こんなに遠くに止めたはずはないのに。
I shouldn't have parked this far away.
本当に
Really?
本当さ。
Oh, something weird is happening with the stream settings now. That's odd. Huh. Oh, there we go. Back to normal. I don't know what YouTube is acting really weird today. Okay. Yes, really. As she said that, Sonozaki-san walked down a strange road running right between two houses. The uninhabited houses were all lined up waiting for us.
やっぱり引き返しましょうよ。
In that case, let's turn back.
車なくなってるんですよ。
The car is gone.
そりゃそうだけど、もうちょっと探してみようじゃないか。
That appears to be the case, but why don't we look around a little longer? The tone of Otobe's voice made it clear that he was ready to give up, but she completely tuned it out and steadily continued walking. Hold on, isn't that odd? I don't know what part of the village we're in, but we've walked a long way from the shrine. Even if the car was out here, she wouldn't have forgotten where she parked it. So in other words, Sonozaki-san brought us out here because she wanted to get us away from the shrine?
もう戻りましょうよ。
Let's go back already.
集会所でまたみんなで相談すればいいじゃないですか。
Shouldn't we discuss this with everyone back at the assembly hall?
相談
Discuss.
なんだよ相談って
What is there to discuss?
車がなきゃ俺たちはこの村から出られねえんだぞ
Without a car, there's no way for us to get out of this village.
それはそうですけど、
That's true, but
だってこの辺りってなんか嫌な感じがしますよ。
well, something about this area feels wrong to me.
He didn't need to say it. I did my best to chase away my own inner thoughts, then decided to encourage him and tell him he was overthinking it.
誰も住んでねえからそう感じるだけだってば。
I have a feeling nobody's living there.
考えすぎるんだよ。情報がなさすぎるとさ。
You're overthinking it, getting carried away without enough information to go on.
何もないものをあると錯覚したり。
There's nothing out there, it's just your imagination.
そうじゃないんですよ。だから
That's not it, because...
おい
Oh, she is pissed off. I just realized who she reminds me of. She reminds me of Kanamori from, oh my god. She does. Oh my god. Damn it, now my mind is drawing a blank the name of that show. Easy Breezy. God is the name of the song. She is reminding me of that's what her character design is reminding me of. That's why she looks so badass. Oh my god. Easy Breezy. That's... Yes! Oh my god! I knew there was a reason I immediately liked you. Seriously. Oh, besides the fact, you know, how you're acting and stuff. Hey.
大きい声を出すんじゃないよ
Lower your voices.
はい。
Okay. Sonozaki-san continued walking down the road as soon as she saw Otobe nod, frantically surveying her surroundings along the way. What on earth is she looking for out here? There was something oddly suspicious about Sonozaki-san right now. I had reached the point where I could no longer quietly follow along.
おい、園崎さんよ。
Hey, Sonozaki-san.
一体どこまで行くんだよ。
Just how much farther are you planning on going? Arakawa, you realize that you could have stayed back at the house, you know.
おかしいね
It's odd.
車がないんだよ
The car's not here.
だからこんな遠くには止めてないんだろ。
Right. You wouldn't have parked it this far away, would you?
そうなんだけどね
I suppose that's true. I had a bad feeling about those words. Maybe the car really did disappear?
もう一回聞くけど。
Let me ask you one more time.
あんた本当に車に乗ってきたんだろうな。
You really did drive here, didn't you?
当たり前だろほれ
Of course. Take a look.
これが私の車だよ
These are from my car. Damn! Why would they use a gun sound effect? That sounded like a gun cocking. My god. Like, here are my keys. Rest in peace. That's what it freaking sounded like. Sonozaki-san dangled her car keys right in front of my nose. A sickeningly colorful keychain dangled from the tip of the key ring. It certainly looked like a set of car keys.
止めたのはどのあたり？
So where did you park?
神社から一番近い民家の脇の草むらの中さ
In the grass along the nearest house to the shrine.
は？
Huh?
それってもうとっくに通り過ぎてるじゃねえかよ。
We walked past that a long time ago, didn't we?
だからおかしいって言ってんだよ
That's why I said it was odd. As she said that, Sonozaki-san walked by the vacant houses and checked them one by one. I understand not finding the car, but why is she checking the houses? Every house was in shambles. I could see the completely dark and quiet rooms beyond the broken windows. An open door flailed to and fro in the wind. The rain continued falling quietly. The hinges creaked as a door that shouldn't have had anyone nearby slowly opened. That moment, Otove dropped his flashlight, and the surrounding area was swallowed by the darkness.
すみません。
Sorry.
Otove knelt down and grabbed the flashlight in a panic, but he had trouble getting it to light up. He fiddled with the switch, but it wouldn't turn on.
どうした？
What's the matter?
すみません。
Sorry.
これ壊れちゃったみたいです。
Looks like it's broken.
何やってんだよ！
What have you done?
すみません。
Sorry.
いや、
I didn't mean that.
I got caught up in the moment and started yelling. After all, I was having a hard enough time just walking around a ghost town with a mysterious woman. But to have our light stop working on top of that? The fear and anxiety blended together inside my heart, culminating in a vague sense of unease. I immediately began to regret lashing out at Otove.
悪かったな。
Sorry.
I'm glad he actually caught himself this time.
声を荒げたりして。
Well, Arakawa, thank you for apologizing.
I shouldn't have raised my voice.
いえ、僕が悪いんです。
No, I'm the one who screwed up.
すみません。
I'm sorry.
でもやっぱり聞こえますよね。
But you really did hear something, didn't you?
時々人が走ってるような足音が。
Like the sound of occasional footsteps from people running around?
足音？
Footsteps.
I listened carefully. The sound of rain and wind, and mixed together with that, I turned in the direction of the sound. It was a house. No one should be living there, but I'm certain I heard a sound just now.
大方キツネかタヌキだろ。
Probably a fox or a tanuki.
確かめに行ってみようじゃないか。
Why don't we go check it out? Now, usually when you hear something coming from an abandoned house in the woods, your instinct should not be to check it out, but to run away as fast as humanly possible. Just putting that out there. Sonozaki-san started walking towards the source of the sound. In her hand, she firmly clenched the bag containing her katana. Then she stopped and listened very carefully.
乙部の言う通り、確かにいるね。
It's just as Otove says. There's something out there.
何が？
Like what?
ネズミかもね。
Probably a rat. And in the distance you hear, "It's me, the greatest detective who ever lived!" And then Mion's like, "Yes, definitely a rat." That moment, a shadow moved across the house.
Ah!
静かに。
Quiet. Sonozaki-san held a hand over Otove's mouth to silence him. I'm certain that was the shadow of a person. A black shadow inside that house. Impossible. This is an abandoned village, but that was definitely a person. My knees were trembling.
なんでだよ
Why?
なんなんだよありゃ
What is this?
荒川も騒ぐんじゃないよ。
You too, Arakawa. Quiet down. Then Sonozaki-san unsheathed her katana and walked toward the house where the shadowy figure lurked.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san. Oh, no, that's Arakawa. Sonozaki-san.
荒川さん、僕たちどうしたら。
Arakawa-san, what should we do?
知るかよ
Hell if I know! He kept a close eye on Sonozaki-san's surroundings as she walked down the road. Her cool expression made it clear. She didn't need watching over. There wasn't much we could do to protect her. I couldn't help but tremble as I watched. Sonozaki-san stopped in front of a small two-story wooden house. The tin awning on the roof was peeling off, but the front door was still firmly attached. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. Still clutching her sword, Sonozaki-san kicked the door open in a single forceful blow. The surrounding area was still quiet. Sonozaki-san carefully stepped inside the pitch-dark house. Otobe and I each held our breath as we watched her go. After a while, Sonozaki-san came back looking disappointed.
誰もいやしないよ。
There's nobody here. Wah wah. Oh god. Oh my god, Jess, that comment is amazing.
嘘でしょ。
I'm just gonna read that out loud.
Nearly as a result of her existence, this level of rodentry is possible for Rudo Erica. What do you think, everyone?
Oh my god. Thank you, Jess. That can't be.
だって僕、確かに見たんですよ。
I'm sure I saw something.
私だって見たよ。
I saw it too.
誰かが確かにこの家に入っていくのをね。
I'm certain someone went into this house.
でもいないんだよ。
But they're not there now.
一体何がどうなってるんだ
What? What the hell's going on? Sonozaki-san put her sword away. However, she muttered something as she did.
<sighs> 敵が動き出していることは間違いないようだね。
Our enemies are on the move, no doubt about it.
敵って
Enemies?
それ以上は言えないよ。
I can't say anything more. My god, I would have loved this story to be from her perspective. Seriously.
ちょっとあんた
Hold up!
なんで言えないんだよ
Why can't you tell us?
大事なことだろうが
This is important!
大きな声を出すんじゃないよ。
Quiet down, Jesus Christ. Keiichi did not mind nearly this much.
鬼に取り殺されても知らないよ。
Do you want the demons to kill you?
鬼
Demons? Otobe, Sonozaki-san, and I stood in the middle of the country road, carefully listening to our surroundings. Thump, thump. Once again, I heard noises coming from one of the houses.
どうしようかね。
What should we do?
どうするって、何をどうするんだよ。
What should we do? What can we do?
Who?
あんたたち本当に死んじゃうかもしれないね。
Oh my god, I can't believe she said that so casually! You guys are probably going to die. Sonozaki-san looked Otobe and I directly in the eyes as she said that with a serious look on her face. It's hard to tell how serious she's being when she uses words like die. It certainly doesn't seem like she's joking around, but are we seriously in a situation with a risk of death? What the hell for? How high is the risk? It was completely beyond all imagination. Dan, that's one of my phrases. It seemed pointless to think about it any further when I clearly had no idea what was going on.
私はここでネズミを片付けていくけど。
I'll clean up the rats here.
あんたたちはどうする？
What are you guys going to do?
そりゃ俺たちは戻らせてもらうよ。
Alright then, we'll head back
集会所でも何でも。
to the assembly hall or somewhere.
でも荒川さん、
But Arakawa-san,
車はやっぱりないんですよね。
in the end, we don't have a car, you know?
His comment stung and I choked on my words.
そうだね。
That's right.
悪いけど歩いて帰るしかなさそうだ。
Sorry, but I think our only option is to walk home.
十和田さんたちは大丈夫なんでしょうか。
What about Tuwada-san and the others? Will they be alright?
Those few words from Otobe made me catch my breath. That's right, Miyuki-chan. She's still back at the assembly hall with Tuwada-san. Miyuki-chan should be nursing Tuwada-san right now, but what if the rats Sonozaki-san mentioned had made their way to the assembly hall? Anxiety quickly fired up as I thought about Miyuki-chan. If those rats knew that the two defenseless girls were inside, they'd attack without hesitation, wouldn't they?
俺集会所に戻ります。
Seriously, Jess, I can't believe they all just drank the tea.
I'm going to head back to the assembly hall.
二人が心配だ。
I'm worried about the others.
ああ、それがいいよ。
Alright, sounds good.
乙部はどうする？
How about you, Otobe?
僕も荒川さんと一緒に行きます。
I'll go with Arakawa-san.
わかった。
Got it.
私も後から行くよ。
I'll head there later.
それじゃあミオンさん、
Alright. Mion-san.
また
See you later. Alright, Mion-san. See you later.
あ、
Yeah,
よく気をつけてな。
be careful. We ran back the way we came in a hurry. I occasionally tripped over my own feet and stumbled. Without our flashlight, it was difficult to walk down the road just by moonlight. However, the darkness wasn't the only thing making it difficult to walk. I was terrified. Some unknown creature was wandering around this village, aiming to take our lives. That alone was enough to petrify me.
荒川さん
Her call was on.
バカ
Idiot!
手なんか握ろうとすんなよ
Don't try holding my hand.
でも暗くてよくわかんないじゃないですか
Oh, but it's dark and hard to navigate.
だからって手繋いで歩くことねえだろ
That doesn't mean we need to hold hands. Oh my god, Arakawa. You. Seriously, I just... We moved at a quick pace and made it back before we knew it. When we came this way from the shrine, it seemed to go on forever. But coming back took no time at all.
ここですよ荒川さん
Here it is, Arakawa-san.
ああ
Yeah, As I rushed back in a hurry, my foot slipped on a patch of mud, and I tumbled down on my butt. Ow!
荒川さん気をつけてくださいよ
Arakawa-san, please be careful. I wiped the mud off my pants as I rose to my feet.
大丈夫ですか
Are you alright?
悪い悪い
Sorry about that.
行こうぜ
Let's keep going. Just then, I noticed the rain had stopped, and I could see the moon between the clouds. Oh, that's nice. As I climbed the stone steps illuminated by magic, I heard Otobe faintly shout "Eek" from behind me.
どうした
What's wrong?
荒川さんズボンについてるのって
Arakawa-san, it's on your pants. Huh? I turned to look at the butt of my pants. I had a bad feeling about it. Was it just mud? But then he started to speak up.
それって血じゃないですか
That's blood, isn't it? Here we go. It was dark and hard to tell, so I cautiously moved my hands close to my eyes, and then I froze. They were totally soaked. I could tell it was something other than mud, with a distinct aroma like rusted iron. And it was on both of my hands. Ugh.
いつの間に
How did I not notice? Otobe stared at me with a terrified look in his eyes as he slowly backed down the stone steps one stair at a time. I did fall down just now. Then I wiped the mud away with my hands. So that puddle of mud was actually a pool of blood, or is he hallucinating?
おい
Hey!
違うって
It's not like that!
俺は何も
I didn't...
嫌だ僕死にたくない
No. I don't want to die! Otobe turned to look away, then dashed into the thicket to get away from me as fast as he could.
おい乙女
Hey, Otobe!
待てってばおい
Come on, wake up! Otobe's silhouette was completely swallowed by the darkness. Once again, I was surrounded by silence. Who did this blood come from? And why was there a pool of blood over there, out here?
そうだみゆきちゃん
What about Miyuki-chan? Miyuki-chan and Tawada-san were still in the assembly hall, at the top of the stone steps. No way, did something happen? Oh god. I charged up the steps at full speed. Something is going on at the shrine. Miyuki-chan, Tawada-san, please be safe, both of you. I dashed up the steps like mad, then ran through the shrine gate and headed straight for the assembly hall. The light in the assembly hall was still on.
みゆきさん十和田さん
Miyuki-chan, Tawada-san! I stepped inside without waiting for a reply. A fishy stench struck my nose. Could it be? No, it's not a fishy stench, Arakawa. You know what it is. It's a fishy aroma, I believe you mean. Miyuki-chan was lying down in the entry hall with half her face obscured by her hair. Oh, God. Blood was steadily pouring out from her stomach. Making periodic dripping sounds like a leaky faucet. This is real. This really happened.
みゆきさん
Miyuki-chan! I knelt down to check Miyuki-chan's face. Her lips were pale. I put a hand on her neck to feel for a pulse, but her body was cold and firm. I understood that she was already gone. Oh my god, what happened? This can't be true. Why? Why did Miyuki-chan have to die? Not Miyuki! Come on!
みゆきちゃん
Miyuki-chan! I tried to gently lay Miyuki-chan's corpse down, but then I suddenly stopped. I saw something in Miyuki-chan's hands. A handgun? I tried to pick it up, but rigor mortis had already set in, so I couldn't loosen the grip on her hands. Why does she have a handgun? The gun in Miyuki-chan's hand felt heavy, and the aroma of gunpowder wafted in from the muzzle. Perhaps this gun belongs to Miyuki-chan? I think it does. Was she carrying this when she came to the village with me? Miyuki-chan, who are you? Yep, I think she's an undercover cop. I really do think so now. I quietly lowered Miyuki-chan's hand and took a round. The shoe rack was trashed. Maybe they were searching the house. All the closet and cabinet doors were open, and their contents spilled out too. Who did this? And for what purpose? I struggled to soothe my throbbing heart as I stepped into the main room. There were deep red footprints on the tatami mat. They were big, 26 to 27 centimeters long. These are men's footprints. Immediately after I entered the assembly room, I stopped in my tracks. The closet was open and its contents spilled out, and right next to the mountains of futons was another corpse. Oh God! Tawada-san! Tawada-san was lying on the ground on her back. A huge amount of blood was flowing out of her neck, dyeing the futons next to her a deep red. And looking closer, I noticed another corpse in the back of the room. No way. Is this who attacked Tawada-san and Miyuki-chan? Miyuki-chan resisted with her handgun. I fled to the other room, where she died of dying breath. Who the hell did this other corpse belong to? It's not Tawada. I cautiously approached the other corpse. More gunshot sound effects. I heard a dry sound like a firecracker going off, coming from the shrine grounds. Yep, that makes sense for a sound effect then. The next moment. Bang. Heard the sound again, and a window in the assembly hall shattered that very moment. Uh-oh. The bullet hit the light bulb, so the interior was bathed in darkness in a flash. Who's there? I shouted in the most intimidating voice I could muster. Immediately after that, bang, bang, bang. For a moment, it felt like I heard the sound of the wind. I felt something hot between my eyebrows, but didn't know anything else. The whole thing happened so fast. They must have fired in the direction of my voice. My voice literally killed me. This is where I die. I still had no idea who or what Sonozaki-san was. I never learned the truth about Miyuki-chan or any of the other people I met here. And my consciousness will fade without unraveling any of the mysteries found here. Bad end. He got killed. Wow, that was very abrupt. Damn, okay, well there's a bad ending for you. Now let's go down the true path and see what happens when he goes back with them. I imagine he'll run into whatever attacked them. My God. Let's play the opening again, because I just really love these openings. Like, you gotta admit, like, they went all out for these openings. I love the flowing animations. We're gonna see her story. Oh no, that's not her. That's not what I'm thinking of. That is Baby Takano, I think. I keep getting her mixed up. Yeah, it's a bit less grim than the other bad ending. Really went into such detail about how he died and like the aftermath and everything. Yeah, those two together, those two, and these people here. We're gonna get to their console arc very soon. They have a set of 4 console arcs. And there's Tsukio Toshi, that CG there. Seriously, look at these effects. This looks so cool. And I hardly ever get to show the openings on stream, so I think this is a good as opportunity as any. It's the opening that 07th mod chose to use for the console arcs, which fits pretty well, I think. So yeah, that bad ending didn't go into nearly as much detail. It was very abrupt. Okay, with that in mind, let's see what happens when he stayed home. That was the last real choice we could make. Really, some of the arcs have their own openings that play inside of the arcs? Oh, only Miyotsukushi does. Okay, I see. Well, that's still pretty cool, though, eh? Alright, now let's see what happens when he stays with everyone else.
I'll wait here.
そうかい。
Very well. Yeah, something tells me if you come with me, then you're just gonna get annoyed at me for walking, and you're gonna come back and get killed.
乙部は
How about you, Otobe?
僕は
I'll... Otobe was still hesitating, looking back and forth between Sonozaki-san and me. And then...
僕もここに残ります。
I'll stay here too.
そうかい。それがいい。
Very well. That's good. So, Nagels, I don't think it's going to be this episode, but you tell me when we hit the point where it's okay to watch the blanket ending. Just after saying that, Sonozaki-san slipped off her sandals and returned to the assembly room.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san?
念のためだ。こいつを持っておきな。
Hold on to this, just in case. Again, the gun sound effect. Sonozaki-san pulled something from her kimono and sat it in my hand. It was small, cold, and surprisingly heavy. Is it actually a gun? I looked down at my hand, trying to discern what I was holding, and then froze.
なんだよこれ
What is this?
なんで拳銃なんか
Why a handgun? Oh my god, she actually did have a gun with her! Damn, Mion packing both a gun and a katana. She is straight up ready for a hack and slash game. This is Mion may cry here. Mionetta, like, oh, like, holy shit.
What is this? Why a handgun?
用心のためさ。
Just a precaution.
もしもの場合に備えてね。
If something happens, you'll be prepared.
もしもってなんだよ
If something happens?
もしもって
Like what?
その時が来たらわかるよ。
When the time comes, you'll understand. My god, Mion, if somebody told, just imagine somebody giving you a gun and then saying, when the time comes, you'll understand what to do with this. I would be scared out of my fucking mind. Oh god, Mion, what are you doing? Oh god.
なんだよそれ
What is going on?
さあね。
I wonder.
それを使う機会がないことを祈ってるよ。
God, she is so cool. I hope you won't have the opportunity to use it. Sonozaki-san had nothing else to say, so she walked out of the assembly hall, bursting with laughter.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san?
I looked down at the gun in my hand. This isn't a toy, right? It's a real gun. I'd seen and heard about them many times in fictional contexts, but this was my first time holding a real one. After holding a gun for the first time, it felt much heavier than I imagined.
どうしてミオンさんがこんなものを
Why would Mion-san give you something like that?
知るかよ
Hell if I know.
Otobe's voice trembled as he stood next to me, I squeezed the gun and gave him that curt reply, then returned to the hall.
龍之介さん、やっぱり
Ryunosuke-san, after all that! Miyuki-chan and Tawada-san both gasped when they saw what I was holding.
なんで銃なんか
Why do you have a gun?
それどうしたんですか
What's the deal with that?
いや俺のじゃねえよ
Not sure. It's not mine.
預かり物なんだ園崎さんの
It's Sonozaki-san. She asked me to hold on to it. Miyuki-chan was staring me down while I gave that dejected answer. Tawada-san looked frightened too, timidly peering at me the whole time. Well, that seemed like a natural reaction.
どうしてこんなものを園崎さんが
Why does Tsunezaki-san have something like that?
さあな
I don't know. Come on, okay, you know what? If you did so much research, surely you know about the three families, Arakawa, and that you know that the Sonozakis are Yakuza? Come on, man.
それで園崎さんは
Anyway, what happened with Sonozaki-san?
一人で車を取りに行った
She went to get her car alone.
そうですか
Is that so?
龍之介さん大丈夫ですか
Ryunosuke-san, are you feeling alright? Miyuki-chan stared at the gun in my hand for a while, then turned to me with a concerned expression.
何が
What is it?
いえ
It's nothing.
大丈夫ならいいんですけど
If you're feeling alright, I'm glad. We all returned to our previous seats without saying anything more. What was Miyuki-chan trying to say? Can Ryunosuke-san handle a gun? Was that the meaning behind her? Are you feeling alright? Oh my god. I'm fine. I'm familiar with guns. Well, from movies and manga anyway. You are so full of shit, Arakawa. Seriously, you are so full of shit. My god. Ugh. I gazed down at the gun in my hand. The safety was still engaged. How do I unlock it? Well, I'll figure it out somehow. I considered trying it out, but I stopped. I didn't want to misfire and cause another miserable event. In the end, I'm probably just scared. Miyuki-chan's concern wasn't unreasonable.
本物ですか
Is it real?
ここでおもちゃを渡されてどうしろって言うんだ
Why would she give me a toy at a time like this?
ですよね
Right. Otobe anxiously stared at the gun in my hand. I wish Sonozaki-san would give him the gun instead. In that case, I'd be half teasing him, half making jokes in a panic. Jesus Christ, Arakawa!
ミオンさんどこまで行ったんでしょうね
So, how far do you think Mion-san is going?
さあな
I don't know.
すぐ戻ってくるだろ車探しに行っただけなんだしさ
She should be back soon. She just went looking for her car.
どうして銃を 荒川さんに預けたんでしょう。
Then why did she leave Arakawa-san with the gun?
だからわかんねえよそんなこと。
Well, I have no idea.
もしもの場合に備えてって言ってたけど。
She told me I'd be prepared in case something happens.
もしもの場合ってどんな時なんですか？
In case something happens? Like what?
俺に聞くなって。
I did ask her that.
だからあの人はそれを教えてくれなかったの。
But that woman wouldn't explain anything to me.
These questions were starting to annoy me, so I stood up with the gun, still in hand. Oh God.
どこへ行くんですか？
Where do you think you're going?
トイレ。
The bathroom.
I rushed out of the assembly room. I'd rather not use this thing if at all possible. I mean, is this actually the real thing? The gun in my hand was starting to feel like just a toy. If I pulled the trigger, a stream of water might just come out. I wanted that to be the truth. I wanted that to be the truth. My thoughts continued to focus on Sonozaki-san as I made my way into the cobweb-littered bathroom. Sonozaki-san is actually dead, and if she's the ghost of a demon that wanders this village, that's absurd. The extreme weight of the gun brought me back to a more realistic train of thought. This gun was strong evidence against the theory of Mion Sonozaki being a ghost. If she was the spirit of a demon living in Habuzawa, she wouldn't have a gun. I could see a spirit wielding a katana but not carrying around a gun. Although I should just cast aside my preconceived notions. Oh, that's amazing! Oh my god. I love this line so much. That is a hilariously awesome line. I could see a spirit wielding... Oh. Although yeah, that's the same line, sorry. Still, if she had a gun this entire time, couldn't she have easily killed people? If the people who made our cars disappear tried to make any trouble, she could have simply shot them with this. Or was this supposed to be a challenge?
その銃で私と戦ってみな。
Try fighting me with that gun. Oh, come on, Arakawa!
命を落とすのはどっちかな。
I wonder how you'll die. Could that be your reasoning for handing me the gun? Ridiculous. Even after all that thought, I still didn't understand anything. I took a deep breath and peered through the small bathroom window. The shrine grounds were pitch black, so I couldn't see anything. At least that should have been the case.
No.
Whoa! However, contrary to my expectations, there were people just outside the window. And not only that, but our eyes met. They stared at me for a little while, but as soon as they started to move, they quickly ducked down and disappeared. Every drop of blood in my body froze in an instant. My heart started pounding. I didn't have the courage to shout, "Who's there?" at my adversary. Hello, Nahi. Welcome to the stream. On top of that, my legs are frozen. Get a hold of yourself. What are you doing? There's someone out there. I tightly clenched the gun in my hand. My palm was dripping with so much sweat that the heavy gun was likely to slip out at any moment. I cautiously peered out the window once more. But it looked like nobody was there anymore. There's another typo here. Anymore should be one word. However, when I gazed into the darkness, the signs were still there. All I had to go on was the light leaking out from the assembly hall window, but I desperately kept a lookout. How long did it take my eyes to adjust to the darkness outside the window? 5 minutes? 10? In reality, it was probably just a minute or less. In the shade of the trees, I could make out 5 or 6 people. No way! The Yakuza's coming to get you. You better you better hope that Mion's gonna come back. I gently exited the bathroom and head back to the assembly room, careful not to make any noisy footsteps along the way. Every floorboard that sank underfoot riddled away at my nerves. Miyuki-chan and the others were still sitting in the assembly hall.
龍之介さん、どうしたんですか?
So many things. Inosuke-san, what's wrong? Miyuki-chan called out to me in a dubious voice when she noticed me quietly tiptoe into the room. No, it might have actually been a perfectly ordinary voice. Miyuki-chan knew nothing of her current situation, so she should have been rather carefree.
もしかして荒川さん、お腹でも壊したんですか?
Arakawa-san, do you have an upset stomach? Idiot! That's not what this is! Once I realized how loud I was getting, I quieted down in a hurry. Otobe's relaxed tone irritated me. In fact, Otobe was speaking rather casually given our current situation. Calm down, calm down.
大丈夫ですか? 何が?
Are you alright? What is it?
どうやら本当にこいつを使うことになりそうだ。
Apparently, it looks like we'll get some use out of this thing after all. Oh, apparently, looks like we'll get some use out of this thing after all. Huh? Oh my god, Arakawa, are you gonna try to be an action hero? Oh boy. Then I quietly told everyone about the people I saw outside the bathroom window.
よくは見えなかったけど、外にはあと5、6人はいるみたいなんだ。
I couldn't see very well, but it looked like there were 5 or 6 people outside.
それって本当に人間なんですか?
And you're sure they were actually human? Huh?
どういう意味だよ?
What is that supposed to mean?
僕たちを鬼隠しするために来た死者の霊だったら
If they were the spirits of the dead and coming here to demon away all of us.
銃なんかじゃ太刀打ちできないじゃないですか.
Then guns would be useless against them, right?
バカ! そんなわけねえだろ!
Don't be stupid, that's not what this is!
どうしてそう言い切れるんですか?
Why won't you let us discuss it?
ちゃんと見えなかったんでしょ?
You said you didn't get a good look, right?
それじゃ聞くけどな。だったらどうすんだよ?
Alright, I'll listen. But even then, what can we do?
もしも霊なんかだったら、このままやられるしかねえって言いたいのか?
Assuming they're actually spirits or whatever, What are you suggesting we do about it?
そんなことは言ってないですけど。
That's not what I'm saying.
ひょっとして
Maybe.
That moment, Tawada-san was sitting with her arms around her knees, quietly muttering something.
私が見たのと同じかも。
I saw them too. Probably the same people.
Huh?
私さっき見たの。
Just a little while ago. I saw them.
黒っぽい感じの人が何人かこの神社の近くに。
Some dark, mysterious people close to the shrine.
だから怖くて私
Just some dark, mysterious people close to the shrine. And then I got scared.
Tawada-san looked terrified, like all the blood had drained from her face. Her eyes were black with dread, and her teeth were chattering. Someone telling a lie wouldn't react this way.
なら決まりですね。
Then it's settled. Huh? Miyuki-chan reached into her knapsack and pulled out a dark-colored object. Then she quickly rose to her feet and looked down at me as she spoke.
私見てきます。
I'll go check it out.
龍之介さん、援護できますか？
Inosuke-san, are you willing to help?
は
Huh?
あってな
Wait, what? For a moment I wasn't sure what she meant, but then I was shocked when I noticed what the dark object in her hand truly was. Yep, she's got her own gun. The thing she was holding was a gun. Before I could even say something, I verified that the gun Sonozaki-san gave me was still in my hands. Which means the other gun must belong to Miyuki-chan?
みゆきちゃんその銃
Miyuki-chan, what's with that gun?
説明は後です。
I'll explain later.
行きましょう。
Let's get going. Miyuki-chan ignored my question and quietly ran toward the entryway with her gun in hand. I was surprised again by how quickly her body could move.
みゆきちゃん
Miyuki-chan.
あんた一体何者なんだよ
Miyuki-chan? Who on earth are you? I'm telling you, she's an undercover cop. Miyuki-chan's gun clicked as she disengaged the safety in the shadow of the doorway. I was surprised once more by how skillfully her hands moved. I tried to follow Miyuki-chan's lead and undo my safety, but I couldn't get it off.
貸してください。
Hand it to me! Miyuki-chan grabbed the gun from my hand and quickly flipped the safety.
どうぞ。
Here. Oh, thanks. I grabbed the gun as I said that and held it tight. If I pull this trigger, it'll fire a bullet. A bullet that can kill anything it hits. Once I realized that simple fact, the weight of the weapon felt even heavier. Sweat came pouring out of my entire body.
荒川さん大丈夫ですか？
Arakawa-san, are you alright?
Otobe came forward, rushing towards the entrance. Miyuki-chan quickly grabbed him by the sleeve and moved her lips close to his ear.
何ですか？
What?
あなたも手伝って。
You can help too.
いい？
Alright?
僕は何を？
Me? What?
乙部君は私がこの扉を開けたら境内の明かりのスイッチを入れてください。
Otobe-kun, as soon as I open this door, I want you to turn off on the lights in the shrine grounds.
あのスイッチのどれかだからつくまで全部やってください。
It's one of those switches, so keep flipping it until they're all on.
Huh.
はい。
Okay.
Damn, he must be so impressed. After saying only that, Miyuki-chan put her hand on the door and listened carefully.
右に3人、左に4人。
3 to the right, 4 to the left.
Eh?
Huh? She can piece together the enemy's whereabouts from just that? Miyuki-chan's eyes were piercing sharp, like a wild beast preying on men.
みゆきち
Miyuki-chan,
ゃんあんた一体
what on earth?
その話は後です。
We'll talk later.
目の前のことに集中してください。龍之介さん、行きますよ。
Minosuke-san, let's go! Miyuki-chan threw the door open, and in that moment... Bang, bang, bang. Oh my god! Alright, bye away. Have a good day. The very moment the door came open, I heard sounds reminiscent of exploding firecrackers. Oh my god, that scream was amazing! Oh my god. Jeez. Otobe flipped all the lights in the shrine ground at once, then sprinted back into the assembly room at full speed. The enemies must have been blinded by the lights. They stopped firing for a moment. Oh, damn, Miyuki's CG! Then Miyuki-chan leapt out, charged straight toward a large tree out front, took cover behind it, and quickly turned ready to fire. Are you ready, guys? It's time for first-person mode.
そこ。
That was a very long introductory cutscene, but I'm glad we got through it. Now it's time for the real game to start. Yoigoshi is actually a third-person shooter. Over there! Damn! Crash. I can hear someone groan, ugh, from somewhere off in the distance. Miyuki-chan continued firing. Another 3 dry sounds quickly burst out. Crash, crash! The gunshots sounded far more shoddy than they do in movies. But a thin trail of smoke was emanating from Miyuki-chan's gun. That's the thing, like, you know, if you've ever heard a real gunshot going out, unless it's like a shotgun or something like that, like, the sound of the bullet being, hitting something, it is nowhere near as climactic as it is in anime. Like, it's just like there. but a thin trail of smoke was emanating from Miyuki-chan's gun. That's the power of a gun. I couldn't bring myself to move from the spot. I had no idea where to aim or when to pull the trigger. No, that's not it. Don't lie to yourself, Ryunosuke Arakawa. I didn't have it in me to pull the trigger. The hand holding the gun trembled under the weight of the miserable thing. A bullet whizzed past my nose and struck the door right behind me. Damn! Oh my god! I crouched down and held my arms over my head in a fluster. Bang, bang. The bullet struck the spot where I was just standing, one after another. Oh my god. Ryunosuke-san, run away! It's not safe here! Miyuki-chan shouted at me from behind the tree. Immediately thereafter, 4 or 5 bullets struck the tree Miyuki-chan was hiding behind, I should say. Yup, she is an undercover cop. Get a load of this, you amateurs! When the rain of bullets ceased, Miyuki-chan leaned out from the back of the big tree and suddenly started firing. Suddenly I started to think. I began to wonder if I'd gotten lost in the world of a movie. Exactly! If those bullets strike me, am I really going to die? My paralysis started to clear up as my sense of reality grew weaker. Thanks to Otove, the lights in the shrine grounds allowed me to see my enemies. Men in black suits running through the darkness. What are these people? I couldn't really make out the faces. But I could sense an aura emanating from them, filled with the scum of the earth. At least they're human. They're not the ghost of Inamizawa. I aimed at one of the men in the back and pulled the trigger at men in black and pulled the trigger. No! Don't kill Will Smith. Come on, please. Damn. Ugh. The recoil dealt a heavy blow to my shoulder. The bullet didn't strike my target, but the man in black took cover behind a nearby tree. So close. I guess that even an amateur like myself can be a threat. As I thought that, I aimed once more at the patch of trees. Ryunosuke-san, look out! Oh god! Miyuki-chan turned back in my direction and shouted. While I was distracted by the man hiding in the trees, another man in black suddenly jumped out in front of me. Die! Oh no. Oh god! I heard a dull sound and looked up to see the man in black collapse as he reached out to me. Oh god! Oh my god, look at that sprite! And standing behind him was motherfucking Sodazaki-san. Are you guys seeing this? What? Go hide. It's time for Mommy to go to work. After saying only that, Sonozaki-san ignored the rain of bullets and charged at the man in black with her katana in hand. Fire all you want! You think I'll hit anything? Not a chance! Her powerful assertion was mysteriously proven true. Not a single bullet struck Sonozaki-san. Ha! Oh god, what is this, some kind of anime? Sonozaki-san lifted the handle of her sword up through one man's stomach, then struck the man beside him in the neck. Oh my god! The men fell to the ground one after another.
弾を撃つだけ無駄だよ。
You're wasting your bullets.
そう言っただろ。
Just like I told you! Woo! Sonozaki-san dispatched the enemies one by one. Her swordplay was accurate as her footwork, and quick too. The difference in strength was huge. So much so that it was easy to forget she was fighting to the death. Her combat technique was beautiful. I knew it! I fucking knew it! Once you saw her in action, you were gonna fall in love. And overwhelming!
何なんだよあの人。
Mion the motherfucker Sonozaki. Woo! That's what she is, Arakawa. You don't fuck with her. What is she? What? A man hiding behind a tree pointed his gun towards Sonozaki-san and carefully pulled the trigger.
園崎さん、危ない。
Sonozaki-san, watch out!
遅いんだよ。
Too slow! Bang. Oh! The gun flew out of the hands of the man behind the tree. He looked on with terror in his eyes. I could see the smoke rising from Miyuki-chan's gun.
みゆきちゃん。
Miyuki-chan!
し。
Shh. Finally sensing the difference in strength, the men in black retreated while supporting their wounded companions. Oh goddamn, I didn't know the song was gonna stop! It was playing the main Hope theme of Higurashi, but in that rendition. Oh goddamn it. That was awesome, you guys! Oh my god, that was awesome! Woo! Sonozaki-san returned his sword to its sheath and started heading back to the assembly hall. Miyuki-chan started heading back too, with her smoking gun still in hand. Near the entrance, Sonozaki-san turned to Miyuki-chan and grinned.
やるね、あんた。
You're pretty good. I'm sorry, it's called You, not Hope, sorry. It's, yeah. God, I got the name wrong. Yeah, it's called Dear, the song that was based on Dear You, instead. It's You and not Hope, sorry. I don't know why I thought it was called Hope.
敵に褒められたって嬉しくなんかありませんよ。
There's nothing praiseworthy about fighting enemies like that. Miyuki-chan responded tersely to Sonozaki-san's commendation, then abruptly turned her back. Arakawa, didn't I just tell you, like, a stream or two ago, that both Miyuki and Mion could kick your fucking ass so easily, and that they didn't need protection? Voila. And then the two of them left it at that, and entered the assembly hall. I followed behind them, but stopped when I noticed something. Enemies like that? What did she mean by that? Hope was the Umineko one. I see. Okay, thank you, Nagels. That's why I got mixed up. Hope was the one for Umineko. Okay. It's called You for Higurashi. I stopped in front of the doorway to think it over on my own.
そうか。
Is that it? My wandering thoughts seemed to be connected by a single thread. Mion Sonozaki was the next head of the Sonozaki family, and of course her father was a high-ranking Yakuza officer with roots in the Kanto region. Didn't I just tell you to think about that earlier? Jeez. And the Sonozaki group was a powerful Yakuza organization centered around Hinamizawa and Okunomiya. I've heard rumors recently that a faction of the Sonozaki group split off from Sonozaki family. But people have always misused the Sonozaki name for their own gain. That wasn't anything new. In other words, this is an internal Yakuza conflict. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. And the reason Miyuki-chan spoke so disdainfully of those enemies to Sonozaki-san was probably because she realized they were Yakuza henchmen. That seemed like a reasonable possibility. They seemed adept at handling firearms, and they had a sharp gaze you'd never see in an ordinary person, so I was convinced they were Yakuza members. As I returned to the assembly room, Miyuki-chan was wiping her rain-soaked clothes with a cute foil-plinted hand towel. I stared at Miyuki-chan's pretty face like a demon stalking its prey, carefully monitoring her movements. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be like that, Arakawa? No way. Could Miyuki-chan actually be with the... Oh, God. Really? Are you alright? Yeah.
龍之介さんも服濡れてるんじゃないですか?
Why don't you dry your clothes too, Ryunosuke-san?
拭いておかないと風邪ひきますよ.
You'll catch a cold if you don't dry off.
そうだよな。
Alright! Not wanting to sit next to Miyuki-chan, I took a seat next to Otobe. I smiled and tried to keep up appearances. If Miyuki-chan really wasn't a Yakuza member, I had mixed feelings about it.
大変でしたね.
That was crazy.
びっくりしたでしょう.
Really surprising, huh?
そうだよな。
Yeah, right.
ああいうのって初めてだからさ。
I've never dealt with anything like that before. Even though I was aware of what was going on, I had no idea how to respond to, so I quickly threw together a few meaningless words. This day was full of surprises. I wasn't sure which amongst them was most surprising. The feeling of holding a pistol with the safety disengaged, a shootout unfolding right in front of my eyes, the existence of those men in black, Miyuki-chan's true identity, oh come on. Everything was far beyond surprising. I was dumbfounded.
龍之介さん、大丈夫ですか?
Inosuke-san, are you alright?
平気平気。
Yeah, I'm fine. Miyuki-chan gave me a dubious look, but she said nothing more. Damn! Wow, what a chapter! We got to see Mion kick so much ass! Oh my god, you guys! We got to see Mion kick so much ass. And look at all those tips. Oh boy. Yeah, we have time to read the tips. Let me just check one thing. I just gotta check how long they are. I'm pretty sure we have time to read them. Going on my old list here. Oh, they're not long at all. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Yep, then we do the chapter after this in very soon, in next time on Yoigoshi. I'm just trying to plan out the rest of the streams. Then 1, 2. Yeah. Probably going to be 11 Yoigoshi streams overall. Alright, let's get back to the story. Let's check out these tips. Dozing driver leaves 3 dead. They're all headlines. Around 4:15 p.m. on the 3rd, a truck swerved into oncoming traffic and collided with a passenger car on Country Road in Narita, Chiba Prefecture. After the accident, the riders of the passenger car, Tadashi Hyuga-san, 44, his wife Yuhiko-san, 43, and their second daughter Masai-san, 13, were brought to a hospital, but died soon afterwards due to the bruising suffered across their entire bodies. The driver of the truck, Kazumi Kajimoto, was seriously hurt in the accident, and is currently undergoing intensive care, but is expected to recover. Oh, God. According to the Narita Police Department's investigation, the truck was swerving even before the accident site. The driver, Kajimoto, was suspected of falling asleep at the wheel and arrested on the charge of negligent manslaughter. According to acquaintances of the Hyuga family, they were on the way to the airport to pick up their eldest daughter, Machiko-san, who was returning home after graduating in America. I don't know anybody named Machiko. They were a happy family. The kids and parents got along so well. Machiko-san was really looking forward to coming home, commented a neighbor who was losing her voice from the sudden tragedy. Interesting. I wonder how that ties in with the rest of the story. The danger of joint liability. If your parents, siblings, or other guardians ask if you'd like to become a debt cosigner, you may not think much of it. There are many opportunities to act as a cosigner in Japanese society. However, when it comes to joint liability agreements, those shouldn't be decided so easily. Those demand careful judgment and preparation before accepting. A cosigner and a joint liability partner have completely different scope and weight in their responsibilities. A cosigner certifies that a debtor is credible, essentially saying that they trust the person they're acting as a guardian for. On the other hand, a joint liability partner bears all the same responsibilities as the borrower. The scope is essentially identical to the debtor himself. Therefore, when a debtor abandons their obligation to repay their debt or loses the ability to repay, the responsibility is passed on to the joint liability partner. And even if you're not a signatory yourself, there are cases where responsibility is inherited because a parent was a cosigner. There is even a risk that a person could become a cosigner for a person they don't know and forced to repay a massive debt. The joint liability system is unique to Japanese culture, and very much so a product of an older era. And thanks to that system, people are essentially able to borrow money using people as collateral. My God, that is crooked. So for anyone who's accepted a joint liability agreement, yeah, good luck, buddy. Who is currently considering accepting one, please understand exactly what it means to become a joint liability partner. Jesus Christ. That seemed like, okay, some very out of nowhere Japanese legal advice in our Higurashi. I really wonder how that's gonna, like, these don't seem to have affected the story at all. I do wonder how they affect it. Untimely death of IT entrepreneur. Masumachi Hori-san of Hori Consulting, a pioneer of the IT governance boom in IT entrepreneurship, passed away at 1:30 a.m. on the 5th as a result of acute subarachnoid hemorrhaging, age 41. Masamichi focused on the importance of IT infrastructure from early on, and was able to accumulate a considerable amount of assets in his role as the founder. President Hori's good sense and organizational strength were far beyond any other systems engineer. But as a result, he always felt the need to stay heavily involved in large-scale projects, so he was far too busy to spend any time at home. I wonder if his tireless work at all hours of the day may have contributed to his early death. Concerned parties lamented his untimely death. On the other hand, the death of Hori Consulting's founder forced the company to once again consider a diversified management structure. Economic critics, familiar with the situation, pointed out that a company led by a single charismatic founder will be in a pinch after their death. Sometimes the founder's role in a venture capital firm is too large for a proper successor to emerge, and this may be one of those cases. The name Masamichi Hori carries tremendous power. Those closest to the deceased, such as his wife, are at the top of the list of people set to take control of the organization, but the outlook is still uncertain. There we go. Okay. These are very, very cryptic tips here. How did these factor into the story? With that, I think we're done for today, you guys. That was a really exciting battle that we just had. Yeah, I know debt is the theme in Higurashi, but I'm wondering exactly whose debt is at stake here. Okay, you guys. Alright, so tomorrow is the break day, so no videos tomorrow. And in 2 days, more Fata Morgana. And on Friday, we'll continue Yoigoshi. So yeah, Nagels, you just tell me whenever we get to the point where it's okay to see that bad ending. That other bad ending that we passed. Okay? Nagels, so I really thank you for that. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.